Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. His first carry. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A run for Nick Chubb. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's taken in at the 9. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But John, now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now on 2nd and 16, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play fake, Brissett. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play that time for Cleveland. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Stop your whining.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Let's go. King.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
53.
Hey, 133. Hurry.
1st down, Mayfield. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 45. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in. Off the tip there, really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. When you got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
Now on 2nd and 16, Brissett. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, he's going to go for it all. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. DJ Chark, 39 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go. One touch.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The former Brown, Jabal Sheard, in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
3rd and 13.
Check. 53's Mike.
Check. Pistol.
53's the Mike.
Alert. Stay with your man.
Mayfield to throw it. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Let's go. Get set.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Brissett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Who that, B?
On 2nd down now, it's Harris, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Wow.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
I think he owned that. Y'all need to knock that game out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
He owned. He should be on.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Brissett now on 2nd down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Brissett. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Corey Grant there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Oh, man, no, you got to go check that time.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Let's look at history here and look at all the diseases that popped up and who had them.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tackles.
From the 45 on second down. Mayfield. This is caught inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. On first down, it's Harris. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 14 yards. And the Browns able to get this one back to within at least some measure of respectability. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the
time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
At the 24-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Hines. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
On third down, it's Grant. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First down, Indianapolis.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Shit, that's all I got, boy. I can't change that, boy.
Here's Grant. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This is Grant. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield escaping the press. And he caught it up. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Now it's Hines. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, it's Wilkins. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
I was trying to get Lamar Jackson in the other league that Bulls won't trade him to me. Sick about that. He 28. He's 28, too. That's
the Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
From the 38, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And not even back to the line.